This training is about how to take leads that went silent, 60 days, 6 months, even a full year ago, and turn them back into real conversations and real sales. The leads are already paid for. The relationships already exist. Most agents walk past this goldmine every single day and never look in. Here's the truth that costs producers the most. A lead going silent is not the same thing as a lead saying no. People get busy. Spouses ask them to wait. They almost bought, then their daughter had a baby, then their car broke down, then the kitchen flooded. Time passes. They still need what you offered. They just never got back to you. And every month that goes by, you're more convinced they're dead, when in reality, they're sitting there waiting for the right reason to pick up the phone. Let's talk about why this matters, because the math here is staggering. Reactivating a dormant lead is one of the highest return activities in your entire week. You already paid for the lead. You already had a conversation. You already have the data in your CRM. The cost of reaching back out is essentially zero, and the close rate on warm reactivations is meaningfully higher than the close rate on a brand new cold lead. Most producers' books have somewhere between 50 and several hundred dormant leads sitting untouched. If even 5% of those reactivate and 10% of those close, you've added real production this month without spending $1 on new leads. That's the size of the prize. Now let's dissolve the two fears that keep agents from doing this. Fear 1. It'll feel weird reaching out after I've been silent for months. They'll think I'm desperate. Fear 2. They would have called me back if they were still interested, so it's a waste of time. Both fears are wrong. Most clients don't even register that you went quiet. They went quiet too. And most of them never bought from anyone, which means the slot is still open. They aren't avoiding you. They forgot. Your job is to remind them the right way, with no pressure. A reactivation sequence isn't a comeback apology. It's a value-first nudge that reopens the conversation. You don't lead with, "Sorry, I haven't called." You lead with something useful. That's the whole psychological shift. Here's how the whole thing comes together. There are 3 steps, and they have to happen in order. First, you audit, which means finding every lead worth reactivating. Then you run the sequence, which is the 3-touch value first plan I'll walk you through in a minute. Then you disposition the list, which is just deciding what to do with everyone who didn't respond. Skip any one of those, and the system breaks. Start with the audit. Open your CRM and pull every lead where the last interaction was 60 days ago or more, and the lead never converted. That's your reactivation list. Then filter out 2 groups. First, anyone who explicitly said, "Don't contact me." They stay out. Full stop. Second, anyone whose contact info you know is bad, like bounced emails or disconnected numbers. Those go to a separate cleanup list. What's left is your live reactivation pool. Sort it by how recent the lead is. The freshest dormant leads, 60 to 180 days, get worked first. They have the highest reactivation rate. For each name in the pool, glance at your last interaction note. Look for one specific detail. What they were originally interested in, a personal note, a question they had, a timing constraint they mentioned. That detail becomes the anchor for your value-first message. Without that detail, you're sending a generic ping. With it, you're sending a real human reach out. Now let's walk through the 3-touch sequence. Touch 1 is your value-first message, and it goes out as a text. Keep it short, 2 or 3 sentences, max. You're not trying to sell anything yet. You're just trying to reopen the door. The structure is simple. Reference something useful or relevant, mention it made you think of them, and offer a low-pressure next step. No apology, no long preamble. What you say is something like, "Hey, Mr. Mendoza, your name from the agency. Plans for next year just came out, and I noticed there's a new option that fits the situation we talked about a while back. Wanted to flag it. Happy to send a quick rundown if you're interested. No pressure either way." 3 sentences. They feel zero weight from it. They either reply or they don't. Either response is data. The reason value first works and apology first fails. Apology centers on you, value centers on them. Nobody wakes up wanting to read an apology from an insurance agent. Plenty of people wake up curious about what's new in their plan options. Lead with the second one, every single time. If you don't hear back from touch 1 within 3 to 5 days, switch to a phone call. Same goal as the text. Stay short, stay useful, no pressure. Some people don't text well. Some people read a text, mean to reply, and forget. Hearing a real voice changes the math. What you say on the phone is short. If they pick up, you say something like, "Hi, Mr. Mendoza, your name calling from the agency. We talked back in the spring about your Medicare options. I sent you a quick text earlier this week and wanted to follow up by phone in case that's easier. Have you taken a look at any options yet?" 30 seconds. You're not pitching. You're checking in. If they don't pick up, leave a 30-second voicemail that mirrors your text. Mention you sent the text, mention you're calling to be helpful, give them an easy way to reach you back, and end the call. No long messages. Voicemails over a minute get deleted before they finish playing. Touch 3 goes out 5 to 7 days after the phone call if you still haven't heard back. This one is a short email, and the whole point is to make it easy for them to either re-engage or quietly close the loop on their own terms. Keep it brief, 2 or 3 sentences, and aim for a tone that's helpful but respectful of their time. What you say is something like, "Hi, Mr. Mendoza. Just wanted to circle back one last time on the Medicare conversation we started earlier this year. If now's not the right time, no problem at all. I'll send you periodic updates a few times a year so you have what you need when you're ready. If you'd rather not hear from me at all, just reply with the word remove and I'll respect that. Either way, I'm here when you need me." That email does 2 important things. It gives the lead a graceful exit if they truly aren't interested, and it sets up the long-term nurture for everyone who hasn't replied yet, which is most of them. The vast majority of silent leads aren't saying no. They just aren't ready in this 30-day window. Now here's how you disposition the list. Once touch 3 is done, anyone who replied gets worked the normal way. Book the appointment, do the review, write the business. Anyone who said remove gets removed immediately and permanently. Everyone else, which is the silent majority, moves into your monthly long-term nurture. 1 light touch a month, a short value email about AEP timing, a birthday text, a holiday card, nothing heavy, nothing pushy, just present. Many of those silent leads will reactivate themselves 6, 9, 12 months from now. They'll see one of your monthly emails on the right day when their plan finally annoyed them enough, or their spouse said it's time to look at this, and they'll reply. Those reactivations are pure profit. The lead acquisition cost was paid years ago. Your only investment was patience and a workflow. Let's walk through how this looks in real life. Mr. Mendoza filled out a Medicare inquiry last August. You called the same day. He was friendly, said he was just researching, asked you to send some info. You sent it, you followed up twice. Then he went quiet. 8 months later, in April, you run your dormant audit. He shows up on the list. Last interaction note says, researching Medicare, mentioned wife retiring next year. You text him, "Hey Mr. Mendoza, your name from the agency. Saw a new plan option in your area I think your wife might want to know about when she retires. Happy to send a quick summary, no pressure either way." 2 days later, he replies, "Honestly, forgot we talked. Glad you reached out. Send it over." You send a 1-page summary. He calls you Friday. You book him for the next Tuesday. He brings his wife. Both of them enroll in October during AEP. 1 text, 2 enrollments. From a lead that was sitting dead in your CRM for 8 months. Now imagine the alternative. 8 months ago, he didn't reply. You assumed dead. You never reached out again. He buys from a mailer or a call center agent who happened to call him in October. You lost a household sale because you never sent the 3-sentence text. That's the cost of leaving the audit undone.